What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Should have like and sub, and let's get into this. Long Beach was spared the fires from LA and up north, but we were not spared the smoke and everything that came in the air. So I'm a little fun right now, but don't worry, I'm in a lean mixture of cold medicine and caffeine, so it's gonna be real fun. Gamers are torching CD Projekt Red right now, specifically the CEO, after he came out with it was a pretty obvious hey, look, we still have people from the original games, and it seems like people just aren't buying it. And this really goes to speak to the problem that most gaming studios have right now, is where everyone that was involved in all the games we love, and this goes from Rockstar to Rocksteady, most of them are gone or have moved on. Specifically with CD Projekt Red, thanks to Endymion, we know that at least half of that company has moved on from the time of The Witcher 3, but they want to remind you that they still have some people. So we have this post on January 9th. The Witcher 3 turns 10 this May. And by the way, yes, The Witcher 3 in totality is still like one of the best games ever made, and I'll die on that hill. But around 100 of its developers are working with us due to this day on new projects, including The Witcher 4. Some are actually veterans from The Witcher 2 and The Witcher 1, including my esteemed co-CEO, who has been with the series since its inception in 2002. And you can see here, 2 years ago, they released the new quest for Witcher 3, and it was good. It was fine. New designers and writers worked on it, preparing for Witcher 4, together with one of the most senior quest designers, who is still with them since Witcher 1. All in all, it was a perfect start to getting back in the vibe. So this revelation that the team that made this quest is more or less a large majority of the team that is going to make The Witcher 4. This was a good quest. It was fine, but it is very obvious to anyone that this was done basically to allay anyone's fears of Sweet Baby Inc. or modernity influences. No, look, we just made something and it was fine. And people are calling them out on it. So here's Bucket here saying, I love how they keep pushing the word that they still have staff who worked on the previous Witcher titles. Like, we don't know they lost the prime meat from the bone. They also don't want to openly tell you about those Sweet Baby Inc. employees for them. And it's a lot. That's a tactic that Sweet Baby Inc. does. When it does have its consultants hired, those consultants work. Often those consultants will go back and be hired by those same studios, and so on and so forth, before everyone you have working with you has some light connection to a DEI consultancy group. See here, Michael, the CEO, saying, we are not working and never worked with Sweet Baby. Never even heard of them until recently, to be honest. Also, we have not lost prime meat, as you put it. Again, thanks to Endymion and his numbers, we do know that a good amount is left. You can see as previously detailed by YouTuber Legacy Kill HD, CD Projekt Red, and Endymion. CD Projekt Red has lost a lot of its top talent, including at least minimum 11 directors and department leads who exited the company by 2021 following the release of Cyberpunk 2077. The talent studio head and executive producer, the Witcher 3 game director, the Witcher 3 quest director, the cinematic director, the head of production, the principal engine programmer, the lead fucking animator, creative director. Yeah, it goes on and on and on. So you might have new people. They might be able to go in the vein, but it's perfectly in line for us to point out how much of the OGs are gone. Gone. And then again here, claiming that they did not work with Sweet Baby Inc. It did hire people who had worked and or certainly defended, and that's why I think people are making the connection. Specifically, it hired Mary Kinney, who worked with Sweet Baby Inc. during her time at Insomniac with Spider-Man 2. And this is, of course, the one, if you remember, we did stories about someone saying that every lever must be pulled to promote LGBTQ plus agenda, and that was her who said that. There are so many LGBTQ developers, and we want what players want, to design experiences that tell the player we're here, we're important, we belong. Yeah, how did that work out for Dragon Age the Veilguard? In order to attain this, she said, we need to pull every lever we have: characters, community, support, mechanics, make it so. So that's some of the people they're hiring. That's some of the people they're working with. You can see here, this is back in 2020. In 2020, I want muscle so I can effectively punch gamers, and so I can carry cute people and dogs of any and we saw this is the CNMAR, their lore director over there. Designer rather. just saying that they want to punch gamers. They hate you. It's more of they hate you. They've got their diversity inclusion sections. There's an hour plus long. Shout out to Nerd Wars for showing me an hour plus long CD Projekt Red video talking about just how scissored up with DEI they are and how it will continue. So shout out to Flash here saying, why does your lore designer hate and want to punch gamers? You don't work with Sweet Baby Inc., but you sure do hire some questionable people. And they're saying, never even heard of them until recently, to be honest. Nobody buys this. Stop insulting people with that kind of statement. You have literally fully disclosed DEI company. Yep. And you explicitly have people who are fans of SBI. Yeah. You know who they are. Someone here saying what I'm saying. I honestly don't believe you. I'm a nobody, and I heard of SBI at least a year ago. There's no way you haven't heard of them. You literally hired a Sweet Baby Inc. defender to push agendas. You could change course immediately and regain your glory. Don't focus on social politics, please. And then following out here, Pablo Rant says, laugh out loud. We boast about how woke and focused on DEI we are, correct? But we aren't working with Sweet Baby Inc., so don't worry. This studio thinks you are retarded. Vote with your wallet. Correct. Vote with your wallets. Now, if this game is amazing and somehow, like Indiana Jones, if somehow through it all, they managed to do an amazing thing that doesn't have any on-the-nose agenda, well, that's fine. But this just goes to show that it is perfectly reasonable to expect that enough people have been replaced by quote-unquote activists or aligned with activists that it's going to lead to a lesser product. So there it is. You know what you think about all this? Make sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you.
Well,